Hi guys, welcome. If you're new here, well, so are all of us because this is a pretty new channel. But I'm Marcy, otherwise known as the Cranky Crafter. Today we're going to be doing another tag for the Art by Marlene paint challenge. I don't actually have any of her paints, but I end up finding that I have pretty similar colors, so that's just kind of what we end up doing. I put a sign on the outside of my door today, filming. Do you think that'll keep people from popping their heads in and needing my help? I guess we'll find out, won't we? So we're gonna start today with this mountain blue and china blue. I think the color that she actually is showcasing today is called Heaven, which is more of this really light, like pastel blue. So we're gonna make sure that we add that to our page. I'm using my makeup sponges. You can put paint right over the dry paint, and that there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it gets hard and it's not easy to manipulate the paint. So if it gets like that, I just slice it off with the scissors and then use the rest of it. It doesn't always get super hard, especially if you haven't waited a really long time in between uses. But if it is, just trim it off. We're going to, I think, start by putting down a dark color and then maybe stenciling in a lighter color. Or should I do it the other way? Light color and then dark color. Which way should we go? Well, I'm just gonna do this way. Choose something, Marcy. It's not that difficult. This is kind of a pretty blue, isn't it? Makes me think of denim. I kind of try to round out the edges a little bit. I'm not real crazy about like the squareness of the sponge. I don't know, I like more organic round edge, I guess. I'm going to come in with my other one, and we're going to use this stencil. Kind of looks like paint splatters a little bit, maybe. This dark blue probably isn't totally dry, but that's all right. Let's see. Do we think paint splatters? Is that what we're looking at here? Maybe. Or something has splattered. And we'll put a more on the edge. That's kind of fun. That you can't even hardly tell it's really light blue, can you? It looks more white. Well, this is what we're going with. Maybe I could, I guess, try to do another coat when it dries, but then you're taking the chance that I'm going to be able to line the stencil up exactly the same, and that's not really a very high possibility. At least not for this crafter. Okay, that won't take long to dry at all. I think, though, I'm going to come in with a stamp, maybe. So I have some Distress Oxides, and I like to make little color swatches for mine. because then I can kind of get a feel for what their real colors are. So I just make a swatch and then label it. Obviously they have picture with the color on it, but sometimes I find that it's not completely accurate to like what you're seeing on the image. So I just like having the swatch. I do. So I'm coming in with a stamp. I've chosen this round one. It looks like it's like a circle that maybe you've used a pin with and went round and round. You'll see it better once I put the ink on. So you can totally leave your pad flat like that and put it on. For whatever reason, I tend to be one that goes on the top with it. I don't really know why. Maybe I feel like I have more control over the like pressure and stuff. And then we're just gonna add some circles. That's really fun. More circles. We like circles. So my middle kid, she's about 26. She bounced back home after a breakup with a partner. It's been a few years now, maybe. So she's been living at home. But she actually just took a new job out of town. So she is getting herself ready to move, which means the house is getting her ready to move, because while she only lived in one room of the house, she used all of the house, of course. So there's things of hers all over, and now the spare bedroom has become her staging area for all of her things. Oh, now I need one more because that looks like too many. So I'm just going to pop another one down here. Too many? Not enough. Oh, brother. Okay. So yes, the spare bedroom has become her staging area, and it is all filled up with boxes and bags and furniture and all kinds of stuff. The move isn't actually happening for maybe a couple weeks yet, but it takes a lot of, time and planning to get all their stuff together. All right, how's that looking? So I think I have this idea and we'll see what you guys think about it. But I think it's kind of funny. So I got this little wiener dog, and I know he's not going to fit on there all the way. And I can't just cut off like his nose. That's funny. So better yet, let's just cut off more bits of the wiener dog. So I'm going to put him on like half. And then I think I'm going to cut off like the other half, or maybe third, and attach it somewhere over here. That's my plan. Okay, I'm just going to commit. Oh, mercy. Oh, good. Look, it didn't get stuck that time. Wow. The universe is looking out for me today. Of course, no glue's going to come out. I'm off camera trying to see if I can get the glue to come out. Me and this glue bottle, we are not friends. All right, I'll take the fine bit off. And it still doesn't want to. Okay, there we go. When you live in the desert, everything dries out so fast. All right, we're gonna do this like this. And then I thought we could give him, oh, that wasn't smart, a dog bowl. Glue that on. My dryer's done. I can hear it beeping. And inside of the dog bowl, because what dog wouldn't love this, we're gonna have donuts. I can if I want. Oh, look, I should pop those things out. I should pop those little bits out. Oh, now it's on my finger. I didn't pop the other one out. Think I can still? I don't even know if that one comes out. Well, it's not. Put it back. Put it back, Marcy. That one's not even able to punch out. Fine. There, because what dog doesn't want donuts in their food bowl? I'm pretty sure that Gidget would love to find donuts in her food bowl. Okay, and then I found this little handy dandy hot air balloon. And just because it's cute, I thought I'd put it up here. And a little basket. We're gonna have to add our own strings. That should be fun. Didn't really think about that part. And clouds. Right now, I feel like I'm working on a felt board from like when I was in preschool. I always liked those felt boards. Good? Okay, so let's cut his hiney off. Oh boy. Sorry guy. And snip off those donuts. And then my thought was, I could put the rest of them up there. So a couple weeks ago, oh look. No, it looks like it's one of those weenie dogs, you know, like that stretches all the way out like in Toy Story, and he wraps all the way around. And then the rest of them is right there. It's a little, maybe a little creepy. I haven't decided yet. But that's what it is. All right, we need some Posca pins. I'm gonna put these away. A couple weeks ago, I don't even know if it's been a couple weeks now, my husband went in to work to discover that he was going to be furloughed, which, if you don't know what that means, basically means you're being laid off without any pay and also no insurance. How are we going to draw these lines? Wider at the outside, right? And then it kind of comes in. Marcy, you should have thought this through. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to start wider. Like this. I mean, I haven't ever ridden in a hot air balloon. Have you? But this is what we're going with. Oh, I should have something coming out of the hot air balloon. What do you need? Like a little something. Too big. Too big of a donut. I have this little tray of odds and ends, but I don't know if it's going to be fruitful. A bird? No, it's a plane. It's a bird. How about we cut that off and put scoops of ice cream? I'm doing that. I can if I want. Whip ice cream with sprinkles on it. Hello. There we go. Now I'll use the cone some other time. And the strings are there. Should I have one more set? I feel like it should, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe another one. Well, now we've done it, so it's there. Oh boy, this is an interesting one. All right, let's embellish. I think green. So yeah, he went in and had a meeting, and they told him we don't have any work, so you need to not be here. And it was effective right after that meeting ended, which was a huge shock, as you can imagine. Oh boy, that came out fast. So we've kind of been in a little bit of a state of surrealness. Is that even a word? I don't know, but I just made it up because it's not something that we ever anticipated happening. I mean, obviously you can't plan for something like that anyway, but it just wasn't, it was nowhere on the forefront. Lots of changes coming down through the government, and everyone in his group had no reason to be concerned. At least that's what they thought. But it turned out that's not true. So here we are. I've been trying to find a part-time job. Ow. I've been a stay-at-home mom for the last 20 plus years. So those aren't real popular. Like, they're not, we're not being sought out when it comes to being hired for work, because there's not really much that we can put on our resume. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of skills. I can do a lot of things, but it doesn't really look that way on paper when you're trying to find somebody to hire you. So we keep on trucking. I've had some interviews, but haven't had any offers. So in the meantime, I just keep going. Just keep trying. Let's see. We want, what do I want? maybe add some dots or something on this. I got one of my marabous. That one is wonky. Okay, so they're all wonky. That's fine. That's fine. They're all wonky. And I'm turn this upside down. Put some of the yellow in here. This is a different yellow. Hello. So the husband has been polishing up his resume, trying to prepare himself after many, many, many years of not having interviews to jumping back into the interview game. I think he's pretty nervous. As am I. The likelihood that we're going to have to relocate is quite high. So we're trying to think of this as an opportunity rather than something terrible that's happened. Maybe he'll get a great, fantastic job, and we'll find a great, fantastic house in a great, fantastic area. Maybe. And in the meantime, just carry on at home, doing our usual stuff, and hope for the best. There's stars. I should probably add a little bit of different sprinkles on there. You think? So I used to, and have been for quite some time, go to like a local gym and do strength training, just for health, to help with health stuff. But given the new circumstances, of course, we're trying to save on expenditures. So I did a workout from home this morning. That was interesting. Went through like Apple Fitness, and I was scrolling through and came across a Pilates routine, which I'm pretty familiar with. So I'm like, I'll do that. That's fine. I can do that. I'm like, Pilates with marimba. All right, well, that's interesting. I mean, usually you have like kind of more low-key kind of music, at least from my experience, when you do Pilates. But I'm like, I can try Pilates with marimba. That's fine. Yeah, no, that was the gal's name. Her name was Marimba, Marcy. So there wasn't any marimba music. And I have to admit, for the first couple of minutes, I was a little bit disappointed that there wasn't marimba music, because I actually enjoy that. Okay, I'm just gonna go with polka dots on there. It kind of is a cross between ice cream and a cupcake. I mean, an interesting looking cupcake, but a cupcake nonetheless. I think we need to trace some of these in black. I feel like that. I feel like it needs a little bit of contrast. But I need a fine line pen. How about a, oh, 0.8 is not. How about we try a 0.3? And just do a couple of these. Somebody just left the house. I heard it. Like that? That's kind of cute. I'm not making these perfect either. Just putting that out there. In fact, that might not even look like a flower now that I'm done with it. I would say no. I would say it doesn't look like a flower. This is like leaves, or maybe like a succulent. Do we feel like we need more black even still? I'm not doing this whole thing, but I'll do some of it. It got up to 78 here yesterday, and we did actually go and walk by the river. It was nice. There was a lot of people out there, but that's how it always is when it's nice outside. Access to the river is about 15 minutes away from us, so we just drive over and park and then walk around. This video might be a little bit longer, doing all this tracing. Oh, that's... Is that good? Oh, I guess we should probably do some of his ears, huh? I already have a quote picked out. Save that part so you don't have to go through that. It's a funny one. Because this one is kind of funny. Do you guys have big plans for today? Not me. I have to go out after this and try to find some dumbbells because I don't have any of those at home. I found one dumbbell at a thrift shop, and while you can do exercise with one dumbbell, I would prefer to have more than one. Oh, let's use the brush tip one because you can do different marks with it. And I think I want like longer ones. Well, I don't know what that is, but we're gonna just go with it. And one more for good measure. All right. Now, how about we, you know what I realized after I stopped filming yesterday is that I didn't outline anything, so let's make sure we did that today. And I feel like I wanna, that did not even go where it was supposed to. Jeez. This is water soluble, so I can stick my hand in this little water container I have over here and kind of make it into watercolors. Just like gives them some kind of grounding, you know, what he's not just floating in the air, I guess. You don't have to do that. Totally your call. And then I'll outline his hiney. Oh boy. Okay. Now, we need string. Well, let's see, what color should we use? Can you guys see it? This dark blue or this? Ooh, I kind of like that. That. Oh boy, I kind of like this one. Okay, I'm gonna go with that one. Oi. I don't really know how much I'm gonna need until I figure out how I'm gonna split up my quote. Almost always have to cut it to fit. Oh bother. My hand, my elbow ran up against the on and off button on my light. Okay. I know the voices aren't real, but man, do they come up with some great ideas. I felt that was kind of fitting for this tag, considering I just cut a dog in half. Okay, so I have to figure out how to like chop up the sentence so that it can fit on your piece. Thinking, I'm just gonna kind of like put it there temporarily. No, the voices aren't real, but man. Some great ideas. That seems, I think that's covering up his eyeballs, and I don't really like that. There. Let's try that. That means that I'm probably going to need more string. We'll see how it works out when it's time to pick it up. Oh boy. Okay. So I glue it. Pick some up. Not all of it. it is a little bit finicky to work with because it sticks to everything. I can't tell how long we've been going, so hopefully you're sticking with it till the end. If not, that's okay too. Oh, come on. For Pete's sake. One more. Son of a biscuit. I'm going to trim that off. And it's still on me. One more. We can do it. Kind of is covering his eyeball, but that's okay. Now we need well, that's not straight, is it? I'm not gonna worry about it. We need a ribbon. Ribbon. Blue or dark blue. I'll go with this one because it's maybe a little bit closer to what the original color is supposed to be. Actually looks a little bit gray, but we're going to use it. And put it through there. There. What do we think? Dog eating donuts. Yeah. Okay, see you next time.